أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Assalamu alaikum everybody and welcome to today's class. And Jazakumullah to all of you for arriving on time. I hope you all have your heads covered appropriately and please make sure you have your correct ID so that you are not put back into the waiting room. Okay, so in today's lesson, inshallah, we will again be doing Quran reading, but we will also have a presentation, which we will start in a moment. So before the presentation, if we can have our first student for our opening prayer.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Our first student is G1043.
Assalamu alaikum, G1043.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm very well, alhamdulillah. Jazakumullah for asking. Are you ready to read the opening prayer with me?
Yes, I am.
Excellent. So we'll start with Tawud and Tasmiyah. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Excellent. ربي زدني علما.
ربي إدني عنا. Wait.
Good effort. 1 second. Let's try again. ربي زدني.
ربي زدني.
Good. Once more. ربي زدني.
ربي زدني
علما.
علما.
Excellent. Let's try putting that all together. ربي زدني علما.
ربي زدني علما.
Good. And the translation?
O my Lord, increase me in knowledge.
Excellent. Very nice recitation. Jazakumullah G1043 for all of your help.
Jazakallah.
Allah Hafiz. Okay, excellent. So, like I said, in today's lesson, we are going to be starting with a presentation. And then once we've had our presentation, then we will continue with our Quran reading. Okay, please listen carefully to the presentation. There will be questions at the end, and I only want you to put your hands up if you're actually going to try to answer those questions. Okay, so do listen carefully. Right. Let's begin. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Surah Al-Fil, the elephant. 70 days before the birth of our beloved Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, a frightful incident took place in Mecca, which could have resulted in the destruction of the Kaaba. In the southwestern part of Arabia is a region called Yemen, which is situated along the edge of the Red Sea. Across the sea from Yemen was the country of Abyssinia, now known as Ethiopia. At that time, the king of Ethiopia was a Christian, and the region of Yemen was under his control. The Christian governor of Yemen was called Abraha. Abraha was very upset that hundreds of Arabs would go to Mecca for Hajj every year. This pilgrimage to Mecca had taken place since the time of Hazrat Ibrahim and Hazrat Ismail, peace be upon them, when they rebuilt the Kaaba. But that's a story for another time. So, Abraha, being the man that he was, tried to prevent them from performing the Hajj by having a magnificent church constructed in the capital of Sana'a and ordering the public to circuit the church instead of making the long journey to the Kaaba. Now remember, this incident took place before our beloved Prophet ﷺ was born. The Arabs of this time were very quarrelsome and very proud. How dare someone think that a church could be honored instead of the Kaaba? Rather than circuiting the church, it has been reported that an Arab did something very despicable. They sneaked up to the church and littered it with filth and then ran off. Abraha was fuming. He gathered a massive force and left with 60,000 soldiers to attack Mecca with the intention of destroying the Kaaba. When Abraha reached near Mecca, some camels belonging to Abdul Muttalib, the chief of the Quraysh and soon to become the grandfather of our beloved Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, were grazing in a field outside the city. His soldiers caught them. When Abdul Muttalib heard of this, he went to meet Abraha. Abraha was thrilled when he heard that the chief of the Quraysh was coming to meet him. He was sure that Abdul Muttalib would accept obedience, beg for the Kaaba not to be destroyed, and ask for forgiveness. Unfortunately for Abraha, this could not have been further from the truth. Abdul Muttalib's respectable appearance and high intellect had a great impression on Abraha, who treated him with great esteem and asked what he desired. Abdul Muttalib said, "Your army has seized my camels. I wish for them to be returned to me." Abraha returned his camels to him, but his initial impression of Abdul Muttalib's dignity and intelligence began to fade, and he mocked Abdul Muttalib, saying, "I have come here to destroy your Kaaba, but you have exhibited no concern. You only care for your camels." Abdul Muttalib replied calmly, "I am the owner of these camels alone. Thus, my concern is only with them. However, there is also an owner of this house who shall himself protect it." When Abraha heard this response, he was extremely angry and responded, "All right, I shall see how the owner of this house stops me from destroying it." He immediately ordered his army to get ready and launched an attack on Mecca. But due to divine intervention, as soon as Abraha's elephant turned in Mecca's direction to march forward, it refused to move. Even after tremendous struggle, it did not advance. Now, different narrations elaborate on this and explain that when the army attempted to advance towards Mecca, God's wrath, his anger, descended on them, and they were swarmed by a flock of birds that carried fragments of poisonous dirt in their claws. Whoever these fragments fell upon became a victim of a fatal and contagious disease. This attack of Abraha in history is renowned as the attack of Ashabul Fil, meaning the attack of the people of the elephant. Since the elephant was a strange and new creature to the Quraysh of Mecca, they had never seen it before. They even named that particular year the Amul Fil. By the destruction of Ashabul Fil, the honor of the Kaaba and respect of the Quraysh increased significantly, and other tribes of Arabia began to look upon the Quraysh with even greater reverence and admiration. The account of this event has been given in the Holy Quran itself, where it is stated, "In the name of Allah, the Gracious, the Merciful. Knowest thou not how thy Lord dealt with the owners of the elephant? Did he not cause their design to miscarry? And he sent against them swarms of birds, which ate their dead bodies, striking them against the stones of clay, and thus made them broken straw, eaten up." Surah Al-Fil is the 105th chapter of the Holy Quran, and it was revealed to the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam in Mecca. References. Now, it is question time. So I hope you've all been listening very carefully, and inshallah we will be putting up the questions, and then I will wait for your answers, and our discipline in charge will be choosing students. So please only put your hand up if you want to try and answer one of the questions that comes up. Okay? So first question, question number 1. What was the name of the Christian governor of Yemen?
G1060.
G1060. What was the name of the Christian governor of Yemen? Let's check. Excellent. Well done. Abraha. Well done. Good. Right. Next question. How did he try to stop the Arabs from going to Mecca for pilgrimage? How did he try to stop them?
G1047.
G1047.
Assalamualaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
He built a church.
Let's check. Excellent. Good. He built a magnificent church, and further, he ordered the public to circuit it, to go around it instead of the Kaaba. Well done. Excellent. Good. Next question. What despicable, horrible act did the Arab do to show his negativity towards the church?
G1097.
G1097. Assalamualaikum.
Assalamualaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. Do you remember what act the Arab did?
He litter.
Let's check. Excellent. Good. He littered the church with filth. Well done. Good. Okay. Next question. What did Abraha do as a result of this? What did Abraha do as a result of this?
G1114.
G1114.
Did he send the elephants to attack the Kaaba?
Okay. Do you remember how many people he sent?
No,
Was it a few or a lot?
a lot.
Okay, good. So he gathered around 60,000 soldiers to attack the Mecca. Well done. Excellent. Very good. Next question. Why did Abraha think that Abdul Muttalib was coming to see him? Why did he think that Abdul Muttalib was coming to see him?
G1088.
G1088.
I think to get the camels.
Why did Abraha think that Abdul Muttalib was coming to see him? No?
I'm not sure.
Okay, let's try somebody else quickly then. Thank you for trying.
Okay. G1061.
G1061. G1061. Wa alaikum assalam. Why do you think that Abraha thought that Abdul Muttalib was coming to see him?
Because someone told him.
Okay, let's check the answer now. Right, Abraha thought that Abdul Muttalib was coming to see him to beg for forgiveness and to beg for the Kaaba not to be destroyed. Next question. Why did Abdul Muttalib visit Abraha? Why did he visit Abraha?
G1022.
G1022. G1022.
Okay, G1.
Hello.
Okay. Is that G1022?
That's G1118.
G1. Assalamualaikum.
Assalamualaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. Do you know the answer to this question? Why did Abdul Muttalib visit Abraha?
Was it to stop him destroying the Kaaba? Or
That was
that?
the previous one. He thought, Abraha thought that Abdul Muttalib was there to stop him destroying the Kaaba, but actually it was to ask for his camels back. Good, well done. Okay, next question. What was Abdul Muttalib's response when Abraha mocked him about this, when Abraha made fun of him about coming to ask for his camels back?
G1006.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. So do you know why it was what was Abdul Muttalib's response when Abraha mocked him about this?
No,
Sorry?
I wasn't close to the class. I joined the class
Sorry, your voice is not very clear. Should we?
I
I can
don't-
hardly hear you.
I don't
Should we try
know.
something?
Yeah.
Okay.
G1105.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. Do you know what was Abdul Muttalib's response when Abraham mocked him about this? Asking for his camels back?
Abdul Muttalib's response was that the camels were his, so the camels were his concern, but there was a different owner for the Kaaba. So the person who owned the Kaaba would have to fight for it himself.
And excellent. And who is the owner of the Kaaba? Do you know?
Allah.
Excellent. Very, very good answer. Very well done. So he replied that he was the owner of the camels, but the owner of the Kaaba, Allah, would protect it himself. Okay, so Allah would protect the Kaaba. Right, so next question. How did Allah protect the Kaaba? How did Allah protect the Kaaba?
G1081.
G1081?
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. So do you know how Allah protected the Kaaba?
He put the poisonous and he protected it.
Sorry?
He sent a flock of birds and put poisonous dust on their claws.
Okay, very good. Well done. So the soldiers and the elephants were swarmed by a flock of birds that carried fragments of poisonous dirt in their claws. And whoever these fragments, these little parts fell upon, they became victim of a fatal and contagious disease. Well done. Good. Finally, where is this incident recorded? Where is this incident recorded?
G1097.
G1097?
It was recorded to Mecca.
It happened in Mecca. Where is it written down? Where is it recorded?
I don't really know.
Okay, so Surah Al-Fil, chapter 105 of the Holy Quran. Okay, excellent. Very good. Jazakumullah to all of you who attempted to answer questions. Really, really good. Mashallah. Try to always remember these points. It's always good for your general knowledge to know all of these things and to know the different stories and the different things that happened, which are written in this blessed book, the Holy Quran. So excellent. Good. So let's get back now to our today's lesson, which will be which will be Quran reading of Surah Al-Fil, okay, the surah that we just looked at a moment ago. So, as you can see, Surah Al-Fil, there's 6 verses in Surah Al-Fil. It's chapter 105 of the Holy Quran, which we just went through. There are 6 verses. It is in part number 30, and we just spoke again about when it was revealed. It was revealed in Mecca, okay, in Mecca, right? The order of revelation is, it's number 19. So what we will do today is we'll begin. I will read through the surah if everybody can follow at home, and then we will have students on the mic in order to recite the surah by themselves, or with me if they want to follow my guidance. Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ألم تر كيف فعل ربك بأصحاب الفيل ألم يجعل كيدهم في تضليل وأرسل عليهم طيرا أبابيل ترميهم بحجارة من سجيل فجعلهم كعصف مأكول. Okay, so if we can have our first student for Quran recitation, please.
Yes, our next student is G1004.
Assalamu alaikum.
वालेकुम अस्सलाम।
How are you today?
मैं ठीक हूँ, आप कैसी हैं?
Alhamdulillah, I'm very
और
well.
कितना
Jazakumullah for
आपने
asking.
चूज किया है?
You're very welcome, Asnal Jaza. Okay, so we're going to start Quran reading. What I want you to do is you can read by yourself, or if you want me to guide you, I can guide you along. Okay, just think very, very carefully about all the different things that we've covered and go at your own pace. You don't need to rush through. Okay, so just go at a pace you're comfortable with. So would you like to try to recite by yourself, or would you like to follow me?
मैंने खुद ट्राई करना है।
Excellent. So we start with Tawud and Tasmiyah, and then we will begin from here. Okay?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألم تر كيف فعل ربك بأصحاب الفيل.
Okay, very good. Excellent. Let's do it once more. I want you to start from here again. Remember, we have a vertical fatha here, so we need to elongate this for 2 seconds. We have a vertical fatha here, so we need to elongate this for 2 seconds. Okay, let me just highlight that. So just to remember where you need to elongate. Okay, so once more.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
And from here.
ألم تر كيف فعل ربك بأصحاب الفيل.
Very nice. When we are doing, you did a really good stop there. Well done. When we are doing a stop, we're going to elongate it slightly longer. Okay. So be ashabil feel.
Be ashabil feel.
Very nice. Well done. Do you want to carry on from here?
Alam yaj'al kaydahum fi taslil.
Okay. Fi, good. What letter is this?
Yehzad.
Zod. So remember, this is not a zzz sound. It's not a buzzing sound. Zod, and it's a thick letter. Okay. Zod. And then again, I want you to elongate this a little bit longer, right? Fi tadlil. Okay.
Fi tadlil.
Very good, much better. Let's read the second verse again.
Alam yaj'al kaydahum fi tadlil.
Thod, good. It's a softer sound, but it's much better. Well done. Fi tadlil. Well done. And you did the correct waqf there as well, where you put a sukoon on the lam when you're stopping there. Excellent. Jazakumullah G1004 for your help. Allah Hafiz. Okay, if we can have our next student, please.
Our next student is G1009.
G1009. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. How are you today?
I'm fine. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm very well. Jazakumullah for asking. Would you like to recite by yourself or would you like to follow me?
Follow after you.
You want to read after me? Okay. We'll
Yeah.
start with Dawood. Okay. Start with Dawood and then we'll say Dawood, Bismillah, and then we'll start from here. Okay.
Oh, start.
Yes,
Sorry.
yes, you start. That's fine. You can start.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم
Okay. وأرسل
وأرسل
عليهم.
عليهم
Good. It's on the throat. Okay. عليهم.
عليهم
وأرسل عليهم.
وأرسل عليهم
They. Remember, thick sound. Round mouth. They. Good. طيرا
طير
أبابيل.
أبابيل.
Good. We're going to do that once together and then I want you to have a little bit of a go by yourself. Okay.
Okay.
وأرسل عليهم طيرا أبابيل.
وأرسل عليهم طير أبابيل.
Very good. Excellent. Once more. From here.
وأرسل عليهم طير أبابيل.
Very good. Would you like to do this one by yourself or you want to follow me again?
I
Wanna have
can
a go?
do it by myself, yeah.
Yeah, go on then.
ترميهم بحجارة من سجيل.
Very good effort. Excellent. Once more. ترميهم. Make sure you elongate. We've got a ya mad there. Okay. And here we have alif mad. Okay. So you need to elongate here and here. Right. Once more.
Okay. ترميهم بحجارة من سجيل.
Very good. Very, very nice. Now here, and you correctly joined the letter here. You correctly joined it, but you need to hold on the meme for a second longer. You need to make a slight nasal sound there.
Okay.
Yeah. So من سجيل.
من سجيل.
Very good. Now try from here.
ترميهم بحجارة من جيل.
Very good effort. Well done. Let's try it once more. ترميهم بحجارة من سجيل.
ترميهم بحجارة من سجيل.
Very good effort. Well done. Just make sure you concentrate on the nasal sound you need to make here. Okay. من سجيل. Okay. Very, very good effort. Well done, G1009. Lovely recitation.
Auntie,
Yes.
I've learnt this surah off by heart.
That's very, very good. Excellent. When you know surahs off by heart, that's brilliant because we should all try to memorize Hifz the Quran. What you just need to focus on is even when you're learning off by heart, to remember where you need to elongate and the sounds you need to make. So all of your sounds are really, really clear. Okay? Excellent. Good. Well done. Jazakumullah. Thank you so much. Allah Hafiz. Okay. If we could have our next student, please.
Yes, our next student is G1101.
G1101.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam. How are you?
Matikum.
Alhamdulillah. Good. Are you understanding what you need to do today? You need to just read through. Would you like to do it by yourself or would you like me to guide you through?
Guide.
Okay, so we're going to start with Dawood and then we're going to read Tasmiyah, which is here, and then we're going to start from here. Okay? where the little yellow circle is. Okay, so start with A'udhu Billah. Okay, let's do Bismillah from here. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Good, well done, excellent. So you need to try to elongate a little bit longer here because we're doing a waqf there. Okay, so فَجَعَلَهُمْ.
Faja'allahum.
Good. فَجَعَلَهُمْ.
Faja'allahum.
You need to make sure you don't join the ayn to the lam. فَجَعَلَهُمْ.
Faja'allahum.
Much better, good. Because often when we're saying letters quickly, it sounds like we're joining, but we need to make sure each sound is separate. Okay? كَعَصْفٍ مَأْكُولٍ. كَعَصْفٍ good. كَعَصْفٍ مَأْكُولٍ.
Ka'asfin ma'kul.
Okay, really good effort. Now here, I know you can see the tanveen there. Okay, so I think this, yes. When we have a tanveen, like here, if we have a tanveen and the next letter is a mim mushaddad, a mim with a shadda on the top, we cancel one of the kasra lines or one of the strokes of tanveen. So it's a single stroke and we join this letter to the mim. We don't make a noon sound. We'll have to make a mim sound. So for example, if you can see this example here that I've highlighted, we would say burujim mushayyadatin. Okay, have a go. Burujim. Burujim. Good. So we're not making a noon sound. We're joining straight to the mim. Okay. So in the surah here, we have fa with a tanveen of kasra, but we are not going to make a noon sound. We're going to put a single kasra there instead. We're going to imagine it's a single kasra and join it straight to the mim. Thimma. Good, because there's an alif with a sukoon on top. Thimma cool. Very good. Let's try this once more. Let's try it together. فَجَعَلَهُمْ كَعَصْفٍ مَأْكُولٍ. Cool. Okay, elongate that a little bit more. Okay, it needs, remember we've got a waw madda there, which is at least 2 seconds, right? Well, it's 2 seconds, but because we are stopping and we have a waqf here, we're going to elongate it a little bit longer. Cool. Good, very good, excellent. Jazakumullah, thank you for your help, G1101. Allah Hafiz. Okay, so everybody needs to remember this. These, when we are assimilating, when we are joining, then if we have a letter like a mim with a shadda on top, it's called idgham naqis, and we need to cancel one of the strokes of the tanveen and join the letter directly to the mim with a slight nasal sound. Okay, good, well done. So if we could have the next student, please.
Yes, our next student is G1112, and if G1019 can recite afterwards.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm very well. Jazakumullah for asking. Now, would you like to recite by yourself or would you like me to guide you through?
Recite myself.
Excellent. So if we start with Dawood and then we read from here Tasmiyah, so make sure you do all the elongations properly, okay? And then we'll continue with the verse. Yeah?
और जज़ाकुमुल्लाह आपने मुझे चूज किया.
Ahsanul Jaza.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم
Good.
ألم تر كيف فعل ربك بأصحاب الفيل.
Excellent effort. Very, very good. Just tell me, what letter is this?
Go.
It's one dot on the top.
Fi.
It's a fa. Good. Well done. It's a fa. It's not a qaf. Sometimes it does look like there's two dots, but there's one dot. So that would be a f sound. Feel. Okay, good. Well done. Once more. Once more from the beginning.
अच्छा जी. ألم تر كيف فعل ربك بأصحاب الفيل.
Good. Well done. Excellent. Much, much better. So you really try to make sure that that was all in one breath, which is really important. And sometimes it's very difficult to do it all in one breath. But once we get into a flow, once we start recognizing and understanding more, we should be able to recite a verse in one breath. So that was really good. Let's carry on from here.
अच्छा जी. ألم يجعل كيدهم في تضليل.
Okay. Letter?
Yes, Zad.
Dod. 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 Good. So your tongue should, at least one side of your tongue should be touching the top of your mouth. Dod. Dod.
Dos.
Dod.
Dos.
Right? So dod. Tadleel. Tadleel. Okay. So we don't want to make a z sound. Thud, not does. Z. Your teeth shouldn't be touching each other when you say this letter. Tadleel.
Tadleel.
Okay. Once more from here.
ألم يجعل كيدهم في تضليل.
Much better effort. Excellent. So, ألم يجعل كيدهم في تضليل.
ألم يجعل كيدهم في تضليل.
Very good effort. Excellent. It's difficult to make these new sounds, especially when we've learnt them in a different way. But just keep trying, keep practicing. Really lovely recitation, lovely melody. And the fact that you can use one breath to try to recite through the whole verse is really, really good. So keep practicing that as well. Jazakumullah, thank you so much for your help, G1112. Allah Hafiz.
Jazakumullah. Allah Hafiz.
And we now have G1019.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. How are you?
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah, I am very well today. Are you okay to recite by yourself, or would you like me to guide you through?
Guide you through.
You want me to guide you, or would you like to recite by yourself?
Guide me.
Okay, that's fine. So we start with Tawud, and then we will read Tasmiyah from here, and then we will start here with the yellow dotters, okay?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Very good. Wa arsala
وأرسل
alayhim.
وأرسل عليهم.
Very good. Wa arsala alayhim.
وأرسل عليهم
طيرا
طيرا
Very good ta there. Well done. طيرا.
طيرا
أبابيل.
أبابيل
Very good. Once more. Why is this 2 seconds? Why did I elongate that? Do you remember?
It has because it's alif.
It's a alif mud because this letter has a fatha on the top. Okay, so 2 seconds. Ababil.
أبابيل
Very good. Well done. So وأرسل عليهم.
وأرسل عليهم
طيرا أبابيل.
طير أبابيل
طيرا
طيرا
أبابيل.
أبابيل.
Very good. Would you like to have a go? A little go by yourself?
Yes.
Off you go. Start from here. Wa.
وأرسل عليهم طيرا
Excellent.
أبابيل.
Very, very good. Excellent. That was really good. You got stuck there, but I didn't help you. You worked it out. طيرا 2 seconds only. Okay, not longer than 2. طيرا أبابيل.
طيرا أبابيل.
بيل.
بيل.
Very good. Well done. Jazakumullah G1019. Lovely recitation. Well done. Okay.
Jazakumullah.
Excellent. So, like I just did, we just need to keep practicing. Okay. The more that we practice, the easier it will become, the more flow we will get. Right. So every letter we need to say it clearly. We need to practice it. When we are doing a waqf, when we are stopping at a letter, we need to make the sound clearly. Okay, because otherwise we don't know if what letter we're saying. We need to make sure we can hear that last sound. Okay, so if we can have our next student, please.
Yes, G1030.
Assalamu alaikum G1030.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. How are you today?
Good. And you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm very well. Jazakallah for asking. Would you like to follow me or would you like to have a go by yourself?
Follow you.
Okay, if we start with Dawood and then Tasmiyah from here, and then we'll move down to here where the yellow dot is, okay?
A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahim.
Very good. Tarmihim.
Tarmihim.
Bihijara.
Bihijara.
Good. Bihijaratim.
Bihijaratim.
Bihijaratim min.
No.
Yep, that's right.
Rahmin.
Ratim. Dim, there's a ta there. Yeah? Good.
Ratim min.
Very good, excellent. Bihijaratim min.
Bihijaratim min.
Excellent. Sijil.
Sijil.
Good. So first we're going to elongate the jim here because of the ya mad. So sij, and then that jim is elongated. Sijil.
Sijil.
Very good. So when we're doing a waqf, we end on the lam. Okay, we have to imagine the lam has a sukoon on top. So the last sound we make will be the lam sound, but the lam sound only lasts for a second. The elongated sound, the longer sound, is this this jim and this ya. So it would be sijil.
Sijil.
Right, good. So you elongate the jim and you just end on the lam sound. That's the last sound. Okay, good. Well done. Let's try a little bit more, reading a bit more together. Okay. Tarmihim bihijaratim min
Tarminhim bihijaratim min.
Excellent. Really, really good. Well done. We're going to try that once more and we're going to add that last word in. Okay. Tarmihim bihijaratim min sijil.
Tarmihim bihijaratim min sijil.
Very, very good. Excellent. Well done. Keep practicing that. That was really good. So at the beginning, we were just doing half. Then we added some more words. Then we added some more words. That's how you can practice and you can bring your flow up. You can bring your confidence up. You need to start slowly. You need to make sure each sound is really clear. So start with 2 letters. Start with 3 letters. Once you have those and you can say those together, then you add in more letters. Okay, but it's important to go slowly, especially when we're learning. Okay, so keep working at it. Keep going through really slowly. Don't try to speed through. Just work at a slow pace, saying each sound clearly, and then you'll be able to bring it all together and bring it into flow. Okay, Jazakumullah, thank you so much for your help.
Jazakallah.
Allah Hafiz.
Allah.
Okay, if we could have another student, please.
Yes, our next student is G1020.
G102, just G20. G1020, can you hear me? No sound?
Should we try someone else then?
Yes, I think let's try someone else.
Okay, G1102.
G1102.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. How are you?
I'm fine.
Alhamdulillah, good to hear. Are you understanding everything in the lesson okay? You able to follow the reading of the Quran?
Yes.
Excellent, that's what I like to hear. So we'll start with Dawood and Tasmiyah. Would you like to recite by yourself or would you like me to guide you through?
I would like you to guide me through.
Okay, that's fine. So if we start with Dawood and then we'll read Tasmiyah from here and then we'll move to this yellow dot here. Okay?
Okay. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim.
Very good. Right, we're going to start from here. Faja'alahum.
Faja'alahum.
Excellent. Faja'alahum.
Faja'alahum.
Ka'as.
Ka'as.
Ka'asfim.
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 Right. Now we have to remember this is a sukoon on an alif. So we have to make a very slight jerk sound. There shouldn't be a ha sound there. Okay? Ka'asfim.
Ka'asfim.
Very good. Much better. Cool.
Cool.
Very good. Now we're going to put the 2 words together now. Okay? فَجَعَلَهُمْ كَأَصْفٍ.
فَجَعَلَهُمْ كَأَصْفٍ.
كَأَصْفٍ
كأسفم
Cool.
cool.
Very good. Now, I'm going to say the whole thing together. Okay, so just listen carefully, and then I want you to try and have a go at saying it. Don't need to rush through. You can do it really slowly, and I'm still here to help you if you need me. Okay? فَجَعَلَهُمْ كَعَصْفٍ مَأْكُولٍ.
فجعلهم كعصف مأكول.
Very good effort. Excellent. So you tried really hard. That was really good. You just need to focus on this bit. Okay? Fimma.
Fimma,
Fimma.
fimma,
Fimma. Cool.
fimma, cool.
Very good. Ka'asfim ma'kul.
كأسف مأكول.
Much better. Well done. Excellent. Now, there's one other thing that not only yourself, but other students also need to be very, very careful with. When we are saying all these letters, we need to make sure we are not joining this ayn to this lam. So we are saying each letter separately. Okay? فَجَعَلَهُمْ
فجعلهم
كَأَسْفٍ مَأْكُولٍ.
كأسف مأكول.
Very good, very good. Much, much better. Excellent. So you need to just keep practicing. Just keep going really, really slowly. Try and say 3 letters together. Then try and say 5 letters together. Then try and say another word together. Okay? And the more you practice the words individually as well, the easier it will be for you to put them all together into a sentence. Okay? Jazakumullah. Thank you so much for your help. G1102. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.
If we could have another student, please.
Yes, our next student is G1040.
G1040.
Assalamualaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. How are you?
I'm good.
Alhamdulillah, good to hear. So we're going to start at the beginning again. Would you like to recite by yourself or would you like to follow me?
Follow you.
Okay, so if we start with Dawood and then you can recite Bismillah, reading from here, and then I will guide you through the first verse, okay?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Good. Bismillah.
Bismillah.
Rahman.
Rahman.
Rahim.
Rahim.
Good. Alamta.
Alam ka.
Alam tara kaifa.
Alam ta.
Okay. Alam tara.
Alam gara.
Alam tara kaifa.
Alam gara taifa.
Fa'ala rabbuka.
Rabbuka.
Fa'ala rabbuka.
Fa'ala rabbuka.
Bi asha.
Bi has'a.
Bi asha.
Bi has'a.
Bi ashabil fil.
Bi as
Ha bil fil. Right. Bi asha bil fil.
Bil fil.
Okay. Let's go behind me once more. Okay, listen to every sound I'm making. Look carefully with my where my little circle is as well. Okay. Alam tara. Alam tara.
Alam tara
Kaifa
kaifa
fa'ala rabbuka
fa'ala
rabbuka
rabbuka
bi ashabil
bi
fil
ashabil fili
fil.
fil
You're saying fili because there's a kasra under the lam. But if you remember, when we do waqf, if there is a kasra and we're stopping there, then the kasra changes into a sukoon. Okay? So that's why we make a stop there and we say feel. Okay, Jazakumullah, thank you so much for your help. What you need to do is you just need to keep practicing, work on each sound, joining the individual sounds. Okay, practice with somebody if you need to, with a parent or an older sibling. Say each sound separately, really work on learning the first part and then moving on to the next part. Okay, and that will inshallah increase your flow and help you to be able to recite with more confidence as well. Jazakumullah, thank you for your help.
Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz. Okay, I think we have time for one more student, please.
Okay, G1016.
G1016.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm very well. Would you like to recite by yourself or follow me?
Can I repeat with you?
Of course, yeah. So start with Tawud and then you recite Tasmiyah from here and then we'll begin here, okay?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم
Alam yaj'al.
ألم يجعل
Good. Alam yaj'al
ألم يجعل
kaydahum.
كيدهم
Alam yaj'al kaydahum.
ألم قد
Yaj'al
يجعل
kaydahum
كيدهم
fi
في
tadlil.
أدليل
في تدليل.
في تدليل.
Very good, well done. So you just need to keep saying individual sounds. You can probably do it by yourself. You probably don't need me to guide you, but you just need to look really carefully, make sure you say all the individual sounds and then put them together in order to make sure you're saying complete words. When you can say the words separately, then you can try to put them together in the sentence. Okay? Jazakumullah. Thank you for your help. Allah Hafiz.
Kadafis.
Okay, excellent. So, right, we're coming to the end of our class. So our homework today is please practice the whole chapter of Surah Fil that we've, I think you've been sent, your parents have been sent it as a PDF. Okay, so please do practice that. The more you practice, the easier it will become. Also, I need you to practice for your G1 online syllabus quiz. You can look up the answers from the PDF as well. And just a reminder, the final session, you'll be told later tonight or tomorrow morning who is going to be taking part in that final session. Your parents will be told about that as well. Okay, so please practice the surah and practice for your online quiz tomorrow. And you'll find out later today about the final session. Okay, so if we could have our final student for our prayer.
Yes, G1011.
Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum.
Okay. G1058.
G1058. Assalamu alaikum. G1058.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. Okay, are you ready for the final dua?
Yes,
Would you like to follow me, or will you be able to say it by yourself?
I'll be able to say it by myself.
Okay, so with tawuz and tasmiyah, please, and then begin.
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم ارحمني بالقرآن العظيم. Oh Allah, have mercy on me through the Quran the Great.
Jazakumullah, beautiful recitation. Jazakumullah to all the students who have been listening quietly today, for all the students that's taken part, and all of the parents who are helping and supporting us through this challenge. Jazakumullah, inshallah, we will speak to you all again tomorrow. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.